Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anzalna Zulkarnain from Group 1. Today, I'm gonna explain to you about Unit 13, Entrepreneur. A. Discussion. What are entrepreneur? The answer is entrepreneur is someone who make an effort to get profit where in the process can create something creative that is innovative and has more benefit. Number 2. What make a personal become successful? 1. Positive mindset and fear not fail. 2. Ability to adapt, resolve problem. Number 3. Never stop learning. 4. Build good social relationship. 5. Full of commitment. Number 3. Can you think of other successful people? What do they do? 1. They stay focused. 2. They believe in themselves. 3. They manage time well. 4. They force themselves to do more. 5. They learn something new every day. 6. They are optimistic. B. Reading. Match the words below with its definition. 1. Founder is matching with B, which is a person who established an institution settlement. Number 2. Decade is matching with D, a period of 10 years. Number 3. Enormous is matching with C, very large in size, quantity, or extent. Number 4. Associate is matching with A, a partner or colleague in business or at work. Number 5. Delving is matching with E, reach inside receptacle and search for something. 2. Decide whether the statement below are true or false. 1. Jankom comes from which family in Ukraine are false. Number 2. When he was 18, he was recruited by Yahoo as a mechanic is false. WhatsApp was bought for $19 billion are true. 4. Gojek was founded in 2010 are true. 5. Gojek was operated in 50 cities across the country and include food delivery and e-payment service. C. Speaking. List of qualities. 1 is have initiative. 2. Be trustworthy. 3. Have leadership ability. 4. Have influence. 5. Have charisma. 6. Have good communication skill. 6. Have self-discipline. 7. Be innovative. 8. Be adaptable. 9. Be optimistic. 10. Be consequentious. 11. Have realized training. Answer. Choose the 3 that are important to work alone successfully and they are important to work well with others. Write them in a chart. To work alone successfully, you need to have discipline, be consequentious, have initiative, to work well with other. You need to one, have leadership ability. Two, have good communication skill. Three, be adaptable. Number two, discuss the qualities of choose and decide the most important to the least important aspect to work successfully. Why do you think they are important? I believe it is important to be consequentious, to have good leadership ability, and to have discipline to work successfully, whether as an individual or as a group, in order to have an effective process and better outcome. D. Grammar. Complete the sentence. The verbs in bracket. Use the verbs in the bracket. Number 1. Before she went to England, she had learning English. Number 2. I didn't recognize you. You had changed a lot. Number 3. Andy no longer had his motorcycles. He had sold it. Number 4. Most of my friends were no longer there. They had left. Number 5. The man was complete stranger to me. I hadn't seen before. Number 2. Make sentence using the word in brackets. Putri wasn't at home when I arrived. She had just gone out. Number 2. I wasn't hungry. I just had lunch. Number 3. They weren't eating when I went to see them. They just finished their dinner. Number 4. I invited Putra to dinner last night, but they couldn't come. She had already had arranged to do something else. Number 5. I was pleased to Anissa again after such a long time. I hadn't have her for 10 years. E. Creating a story. 1. I never forget the time. 2. The thing you have to know is. 3. It all started when. 5. What happened was. 6. I forgot to mention that. 7. Meanwhile. Number 8. The other things is that number 9. That reminds me of when. Number 10. The next thing we know. Number 11. So later on. 12. To make a long story short. 13. I've got to tell you about number 14. So finally. 1. Put the phrases to the previous page into the correct column below. Beginning a story. I'll never forget the time. It all started when I've got to tell you about what happened was. Continuing a story. The thing you have to know is. So later on. The next thing we knew. That reminds me of When going back in story, Manuel, I forgot to mention that the other things is to make a long story short, ending a story. So finally, and in the end, create the story about yourself. Use this story ideas and phrases above. Ask follow-up question. Story ideas. You didn't something really exciting. You had surprising experience. You tried something. Tried something for the first time. You met a strange person. You forget something important. Answer. I'll never forget the time when meet a stranger in Pare, Kampung Inggris. I think meet stranger is not bad because we can get to know each other even though the meeting is very short. The thing you have to know is when meeting strangers, we have to start a conversation. Manuel, we must maintain your attitude towards them. So finally, the strangers become my roommate at Pare, Kampung Inggris. It all started when I forgot to do group work. My group of friends immediately told me to do my part. So later on, when I was done with my part, one of my friends immediately sent the assignment to the lecturer. And one more, I forgot to mention that my name on the assignment, and in the end, must to fix again from the start. I've got to tell about surprising experience I have met ghosts when I want to go to the bathroom. I immediately told this to my roommate. Then they were immediately surprised by that. The next things we know, the bathroom was very close to the closed line. No wonder we can all meet with ghosts. The other things in Kampung Inggris famous for pare jahat. What happened in there you try it? Surely some of you choose to rest. That remind of when I need some rest. Maybe this is enough with to make a long story short. Thank you.